Nice for what? Part 3. How to stop overgiving without becoming somebody you're not. Alright, so by now you probably had at least one moment where you were like, damn, that's me. Maybe a few moments. Maybe you paused part 1 and part 2 and stared at the wall a little bit. It's okay, we've all been there. But now comes the part that matters. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Because you can't unsee it now. You can't go back to pretending you don't notice the imbalance. So now, we shift. Hey, I'm Margot, and welcome back to the Struggle Continues podcast, where perfection is canceled and chaos is basically a lifestyle for me. I'm not an influencer, I'm not a guru, I'm just a woman who made enough mistakes to qualify as an expert. And if you think life slows down after 50, oh no, it just gets weirder and way more entertaining. Quick cut in. I'm on the road to 50 subscribers. Yes, 50. We keep it humble over here. So if you vibe with me, hit subscribe and join the struggle crew. Because life's messy, but nobody's doing it alone. Let's talk about boundaries, but let's make them real. Not the Pinterest version, not the cute quote, the real life, uncomfortable, slightly awkward version. Because everybody loves the idea of boundaries until it's time to actually set one. Because setting boundaries means someone might get upset. Someone might question you. Someone might actually not like you anymore. And that's exactly why most people don't do it. So let's simplify it. A boundary is not a speech. It's not a paragraph. It's not even a long emotional explanation. A boundary is a decision. And sometimes it sounds like, no, I'm not doing that. That doesn't work for me. And that's it. And then silence. No over-explaining, no backtracking, no sorry but. Because the more you explain, the more people think your boundaries are negotiable. So what do you actually say in real life? Because I know some of y'all out there like, okay, but what do I actually say without sounding like a bitch? I got you. Here's how it sounds in real life. When someone asks too much of your time, say, hey, I can't do that right now. That's it. Not, I'm sorry, I feel bad, I've got a lot going on, but maybe later. No, we're not writing an apology letter anymore. When someone crosses your boundaries, I've already said I'm not comfortable with that. And then stop engaging. You don't need to keep re-explaining the same boundaries. When someone only shows up when they need something, I'm not available like that anymore. Simple, direct, done. When someone drains your energy, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. You don't owe anybody unlimited access to you. And yeah, I get it. At first, it's gonna feel weird. You're gonna feel rude. You're gonna feel uncomfortable. But that's because you're used to over-accommodating, not because you're doing something wrong. And please stop over-explaining, because this one will have you in a chokehold. You ever notice how when you set boundaries, you immediately feel you need to justify it? I mean, you start adding extra details, longer reasons, the emotional cushioning. Why? Because you're trying to make others feel comfortable with your decision. But here's the truth. Not everybody needs to understand your boundaries to respect it. And if they require a long explanation, that's usually a sign they don't respect it to begin with. You have to master the pause. It's a game changer. Pause before you respond. Because a lot of your overgiving happens in real time. Somebody asks you something and you immediately say, yeah, sure. Even when you don't want to. So instead, start saying, let me get back to you. That pause, it gives you space to actually check in with yourself. Do I want to do this? Do I have the energy to do this? Is this even fair? And sometimes the answer is no. And now you can respond from a place of trust, not pressure. And oversharing. Let's talk about this one because damn, some of y'all be telling your whole story to people who haven't even earned your first chapter. Oversharing feels like connection, but a lot of times it's just vulnerability without safety. You're giving people access to your struggle, your pain, your freaking personal business before they've shown you they can handle it. And then when they misuse it, you're the hurt one. So let's shift that. Not everybody needs to know everything about you. You can be kind, warm, friendly, without being wide open. Let people earn deep access. Become harder to reach. People are gonna misunderstand. Because when I say become harder to reach, I don't mean play games. I mean stop being instantly available to everyone. You don't need to respond immediately. You don't need to always pick up. You don't need to always say yes. Your availability should be based on how someone treats you, not just who asks. Because right now, some people have VIP access to you on a free account. And we're upgrading to no commercials, okay? You can expect some backlash. So let me prepare you for this. Because it's coming. When you start changing, when you start setting boundaries, when you stop overgiving, some people will not like it. They might call you selfish, say you've changed, try to guilt you, pull away, call you a bitch. Let them. Because those reactions, they tell you everything you need to know. The right people, they will adjust. The wrong people, they expose themselves. This is where your life starts to feel different. Not because people changed, but because you did. You stop being so accessible. You stop being so available. You stop giving parts of yourself to people who haven't earned them. And suddenly, you feel lighter, calmer, more in control. You don't need to be mean. You just need to stop being so easy to take from. We only have one more episode left. Part 4 is next week, and this is where everything lands.
All right, that's it for today. If you laughed, cringed, or felt personally attacked, perfect. I did my job. Yay! I'm still not getting paid, but that's okay. Go binge another episode, and I'll see you next week. Same mess, same voice, slightly more self-aware because growth is optional, but the struggle always continues.